Hi, this is Nick Forster. We're going to share one of our favorite eTown shows from the archives, and it starts right now.
From eTown Hall in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, it's eTown with this week's guests. From Montreal, Canada, Leif Vollebekk. Interview guest Justin Levy from Conscious Alliance. And from Colorado, Gregory Alan Isakov. I'm Helen Forster. Right now, join me in welcoming our host, Nick Forster.
Thank you, Ellen. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to eTown Hall. We are going to hear some great songs and some great stories. We have 3 guests this week who are not typical. And one of the things that makes them special and unique is that they're all patient. They're all working this sort of long game with their careers. It doesn't mean they're not ambitious, they're not hardworking. It's just that they're patient. And it's not common in this sort of instant information age where people want to get things done quickly and easily and fast as possible. But this is something to be admired among all of our guests. Leif Vollebekk is back with us from Montreal. We're going to learn more about Conscious Alliance this week. And up first, Gregory Alan Isakov is somebody who has been really consistent, thoughtful, and patient with his creative path. He's a large-scale gardener in a very real and tangible sense. And I think his career as a singer-songwriter kind of shares the gardener's attention to detail and patience. And his first record came out a while ago. We've been lucky to have been a part of his journey all along the way, maybe for 20 years or more. He's now at an enviable and remarkable phase in his career, able to sell thousands of tickets all over the world because he's let people in through his songs to something very real and beautiful. So please help me welcome back to the stage here at eTown, Gregory Alan Isakov.
Weightlessness, no gravity. We're somewhere in between. I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me. A bird's eye view, San Luis. time, chasing ghosts. Hold me down, child. Hold me down, child. On California, called you queen. With your golden hair and magazine. We were somewhere in between. Rest asleep, or fly and dream. I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me. A bird's eye view of San Luis. I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me. A bird's eye view of San Luis. I keep stumbling back. Every bone, every glass, angles of attack. You heard blood was thick. Brothers and sisters, bet you don't know where anybody's at. Time was a bust, you thought you'd better be tough. Nobody gets past the trembling wine. All eyes on you now, on you.
Thank you.
Gregory Alan Isakov, welcome back to eTown. We all break a little when we fall, and people tell us to get up. That's almost an uplifting song.
No, it is. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, but
It's beautiful. I mean, what I think is really also incredible is that you've created a sound that is yours, and I can recognize your song when it comes on the radio before you even start singing. I know, oh, that's one of Greg's tunes. You've claimed a little piece of musical turf, and that's very hard to do.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, because I'm sad already, and the vocals haven't started.
I see where this is going.
Yeah,
I could tell musically. You have a new record, Appaloosa Bones. Congratulations. Came out
Thanks.
just late last year. And I know just from knowing you, the attention to detail and the way you think about things, I'm curious as to how long it takes to make one song sort of get to a place where you feel pretty good about it.
I mean, it takes me a while because I mean, not the recording part, that's fast, but just all the experiments of timing, key, words.
Yeah.
You know, I always just go for, how does this make you feel?
Yeah.
And so it takes me a few years to make a record, mainly because I leave.
To go on tour.
Yeah, and then I come back and make sure, like, okay, am I still feeling stuff? Okay.
Right.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Trash. And then start again, and then, you know.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed on this record is that it seems like there's a little more editing, slightly fewer words on some of your songs. Have you been cutting down?
I think so, yeah. I tend to do that a lot. I write a lot, and then I'm always like, more space, more space, more space, and then less words. And
Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know if you've noticed, but you're kind of famous now.
Oh.
And so you may not have noticed that you're playing larger and larger venues and you're selling lots and lots more tickets.
People say that, you know, it's funny because friends are like, you know, I'll be in Portland or something. They're like, dude, it's sold out. And I'm like, there's 5 more people than there was last time. So it's just, I've been here 13 times, you know.
Yeah, right.
So it just maybe seems that way, but it's just like it's a slow burn.
Whatever it takes for you to feel comfortable about this process is fine with me.
Yeah.
But it's more than 5 more people, Greg.
Yeah.
Selling out 2 nights at Red Rocks 9 months in advance is that's not a small, not a small thing. But I wanted to ask you about mentorship because, you know, anytime you achieve a level of success, there are people who want to be around you, they want to learn from you, and you were somebody who benefited when you were coming up from people who really felt connected to your songwriting and wanted to be that for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about
sure.
people like Kelly Jo Phelps or Brandy Carlisle and others who kind of shone a light on you in ways that I suspect were helpful.
Yeah, it was amazing, you know, at the time. My first tour ever was with Kelly Jo Phelps.
Yeah.
And he was like my hero. And I had just gotten into graduate school at University of Washington for mycology. And I
Is mycology the study of mushrooms?
Mushrooms, yeah.
Okay, just checking. Yeah.
And I got in, and I was really excited. I was going to move to Seattle, but I got this tour with Kelly Jo Phelps, you know, for $50 a night, opening his East Coast tour.
Yeah.
But I had to drive myself, and, you know, and it was like the greatest thing. I mean, I'm still deferred from college because of that. I'm like, I still, you know. Yeah.
So now you're in a position where you can be a helpful guide. Do you feel that responsibility, and do you like that? Do you take people under your wing and just say, hey, let me give you some pointers about whatever it is?
No.
No.
I feel like I know less about all of this than ever before, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the dumbest version of myself now. Or people ask me questions or, you know, advice or to listen to a track, and I'm honest, but I'm wrong also.
Yeah.
You know, because it really is a mystery. The whole thing is a mystery, you know.
Yeah, the deeper in you get, the more you realize that it is mysterious. And it's about inviting this intangible experience from this tangible thing you're making, and you can't really control that.
Right.
Let me just, once again, I know we've got a lot of music to get to this week, and I want to just say how cool it's been to be a part of this process with you for a couple of decades. We've been around each other, and while I haven't been helpful particularly, I feel a sense of pride in your success.
You've been so helpful. We also have the same van.
We have the
Not the
same- we
same
have the
year, but
Mine's a 91.
mine's 87.
87, yeah. Volkswagen Vanagons,
But
yeah.
they're both water cooled, and
They're both water cooled, yeah. And I also want to thank you publicly for the help you gave us. We did a small program for formerly homeless young people here in Boulder where we gave them instruments and instruction and songwriting coaching, and you were a part of that program, and it was really cool that
It was so cool.
you helped us. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah. Well, good luck on tour because I know how this works. You make a record and then you have to go play a bunch of shows.
Totally.
And I don't know which is your favorite.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because you spend all this time by yourself making songs, and then all of a sudden you're in front of all these people, and you're like, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
It's the most bizarre. But I'm so lucky. I mean, the people I play with, my band.
Your band is great.
They're
and
my
consistent.
favorite
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And so all the songs come alive in a different way, always, every day. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, listen, good luck. I know Leif Vollebekk, who's coming up in a little while, is going to be out opening a few shows for you. And so good luck on tour. And thanks for sharing your new music here. Welcome back, if you would, Gregory Alan Isakov.
Hotel boy, sinking in. Broken heart, busted string. Lamplight eye, telephone wire, darkened sky, almost home. I've been burning all my daylight, running even midnight, cold fire. Only way I ever learned highway sign, cut the clay. You find yourself miles away. Feel like miles to go. We're almost home.
That's Gregory Alan Isakov, along with his band, Jeb Bowes on the fiddle, Steve Arney on the banjo and guitar and keys, John Paul Grigsby on the bass, Max Barcelo on drums. They will be back to play some more music later on in the show.
Your visit to eTown is made possible in part by the Bohemian Foundation, building stronger communities through the bohemian qualities of creativity and imagination. On the web at bohemianfoundation.org. Hey, did you know that there are over 2,000 videos on the eTown YouTube channel? All for your viewing pleasure. You can also subscribe to that channel if you'd like to visit both our past and latest video offerings. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. You are listening to eTown. Gregory Alan Isakov is going to be back to play some more music with his band later on. And coming up, Leif Vollebekk is here from Montreal. He's got a bunch of new songs. But before Leif comes out, I want to tell you about two things. First, this room, this building was rebuilt more than a decade ago to be just what it is today. It's a great sounding concert hall, recording studio, community center. And it was not an easy journey to buy the building, to get permits, to raise tons of money, renovate the whole thing from scratch. We were never sure if we could pull it off, to tell you the truth. And when we'd only fixed up just a small portion of it and we'd moved in because then we ran out of dough, we recognized that it was time to reframe the vision and the spirit of the building. And we didn't know, is that a deconsecration or a reconsecration or a blessing, or how do you do that? And the very day that we moved in, I met a guy who is, in fact, an elder in the Lakota Sioux tribe up on Pine Ridge Reservation, Chief Orville Looking Horse. And I told him what we were doing, and he agreed to come here and do a ceremony on right where the stage is now. But he did a ceremony that was both beautiful and profound. It was really amazing. We owe him a debt just because he changed the vibe, he changed the spirit in this building. The second thing I want to tell you about is that more than 20 years ago, 3 college kids had an idea about using the power of music to provide food and other supplies to communities in need. And they started out at a string cheese incident show down in Denver, and they focused on supporting the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. That organization is called Conscious Alliance. It's grown a lot since then, but their work still supports Pine Ridge and many other communities in need. So we feel a kinship with them. We look forward to doing more together. And so we get a chance to learn more about Conscious Alliance right now. So would you please welcome to the stage longtime executive director, Justin Levy. How are you, Justin?
So great. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
I guess I just want to ask you first about if you could maybe help us understand the community at Pine Ridge particularly, because I know you work with a lot of different communities around the country, but maybe just help our audience and our listeners understand what that community is like.
Today we work with over 80 communities around the U.S., but it all started with Pine Ridge Reservation. And as you mentioned, 2 brothers collecting food at a string cheese incident concert, loading up a U-Haul, and driving 6 hours from our home here in Colorado to Pine Ridge Reservation without a contact. They had a book written by an elder, Floyd Looks for Buffalo Hand, and they stopped in the middle of town. Mind you, Pine Ridge is the same size as the state of Connecticut. 40,000 people live there, and the average life expectancy is 48 to 52, still today. And they stopped at the gas station, asked if anybody knew Floyd Looks for Buffalo. They got pointed down a gravel road to his house. And right there at his kitchen table that I have now sat at for decades, that's where Conscious Alliance was built. He said, if you want to help our people, you'll help feed our people.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on today. So, as you mentioned, you're serving 80 communities roughly around the country. How do you identify communities in need, and how do you try to meet those needs?
So again, starting on Pine Ridge, same size as the state of Connecticut, but only one full-service grocery store. So we bought a double-wide garage from Home Depot or Lowe's. We set it up on Floyd's property. We loaded up Penske trucks and individual cars and went up there and continued to show up. And from starting with the string cheese incident to working with over 100 touring bands and musicians to do food drives at concerts, we knew trucking and logistics.
Yeah.
And we learned that the natural food industry has a problem with food waste, where grocery stores won't buy their food within 90 days of its shelf life, and it gets thrown away. We realized we can use our touring and logistics experience to pick that product up and make sure that we're getting it into the hands of kids nationwide. And that's what allowed us to provide over 2.2 million meals last year to 80 communities.
Wow. Wow. So there's still obviously a musical component. So when Conscious Alliance has a presence at a festival or at a concert, these days, because it's not just canned goods or food, but it's also donations, right? So you're looking for a combination of dollars and food supplies.
What we did with the string cheese incident back in 2002 was create a poster, brought it to the show, and collected 4,000 pounds of food that first night.
In trade for the poster.
In trade for the poster. You got the poster for donating, right?
Wow.
So today we're on the road with Nathaniel Rateliff, the Lumineers, Big Gigantic, The Dead. Music and art is fully the backbone of what makes this thing work. First, we're there to awaken compassion. And second, end hunger. People want to give.
Yeah.
They want to support. Right? And we've been able to turn that into, with every dollar donated, provides 2 meals for a kid or a family in need across the U.S.
It's kind of amazing that food insecurity is an issue in the richest nation on earth, and it's a question of political will and priorities and focus. It basically is a symptom of a lot of other problems.
It's a lot of things. But at the end of the day, it's never a 7-year-old's fault that they don't have food. So we're going to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to make sure that kids have access to food, and not just food, but great food.
Yeah.
And it's not just us. We have these incredible partners working with over 80 brands now, and 100 bands and poster artists, and thousands of young people, and multiple generations of music lovers who are willing to step up and do something about it. And again, that's where millions of meals a year are coming from.
Yeah, it's so amazing. So as you see this growth and you see this impact, what are the hurdles you're trying to overcome other than just getting the word out and getting more people involved?
Really, it's a resource game of money and food. So we have the trucks to go pick it up. We want to know new bands as they're coming up, and we want someone, whether they found us 22 years ago or tonight, to join. Everyone's welcome in the Alliance.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, we feel a particular allegiance to and a debt to Chief Arvil Looking Horse for helping us shift the vibe here in our hall, and we feel a connection. Of course, obviously, this is sacred ground that we're standing on right now that was taken from Indigenous people. So I think we're going to find ways that we can work more closely with you and support your efforts and try to get the word out more often and do what we can, because it's just so amazing what you've grown into and continue to do. It's just really important. It's beautiful work.
Thank you for shining a light on what we're all doing together, and thanks for everybody for listening and showing up, and take action.
If they want to learn more, website?
ConsciousAlliance.org. It's easy. You'll find us, grab a poster, you'll feed a family. Many ways to get involved, but look for us at the next show nationwide.
Yeah, that's great. Justin, thank you so much for stopping by.
Again, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Justin Levy, Executive Director of Conscious Alliance. It's important that you hear at various performances land acknowledgments, acknowledging the fact that we are standing on land that was sacred to the Lakota and the Sioux and the indigenous Ute and Kiowa and other tribes that were here. but it is also important to do something more than just acknowledge. So I'm just going to say that we're going to donate a portion of every ticket we sell here to Conscious Alliance from now on. Moving forward. Yeah, join us if you can. Support Conscious Alliance if you can. You are still listening to eTown. Thank you. Gregory Alan Isakov is going to be back in a little bit to play some more music. But right now, I want to tell you about what's coming up next. Leif Vollebekk has been here before. Some of you may remember from his last visit to eTown, but he's been busy since then. His home is in Montreal. He's been writing songs and recording. Lots of intention and lots of well-crafted, delicate, powerful songs. Actually, an interesting combination, both delicate and powerful. He has also been at this a while. His first record came out, I think, just a little more than a decade ago, but I know he feels as if he's kind of relaunching because every project is fresh and new, and as Greg was talking about, it's a process of beginning anew each time you're writing a song. Leif is going to be, as I mentioned, on tour for some of Greg's shows coming up. He's working on a new record that's going to be out later this year. But right now, would you please welcome to the eTown stage, Leif Vollebekk from Montreal.
When I was young and I was barely free, just a boy upon my mother's knee. Was that the wind howling through the trees? Was that you calling to me? Calling to me. You showed me where the candle flame was black. I said, oh baby, I never noticed that. And with your breast pressed against my back, you were laughing in the bath. Laughing in the bath. Take a look at this face of mine. Is it cool? Is it crystalline? Or a pale imitation? A brand new tessellation? Tell me what you see. Moondog, you're all I need. My mind keeps circling back to you. Just like the universe, it begs me to. What frightens me is what frightens you. Oh baby, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm breaking free with a deeper will. The one I seek is a seeker still. Always reaching, never teaching. I know nothing, baby. Who am I to instruct? Moondog, you're out of luck. Sometimes there's magic, sometimes it's hidden. Half of magic is just hiding. I always loved you, just didn't know I did. One day I just let the light in. It was a barn burner in Galena, Illinois. Fate hit me like a bolt of lightning. Tired of living in the pouring rain. 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 It's my life and I'm living in it. Tired of living in the pouring rain. Tired of living in the pouring rain. Tired of living in the pouring rain. It's my life and I'm living in it. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's hid. Half of magic is just hiding.
Thanks so much.
Welcome back. You've been here before. Welcome back,
I
Leif
have.
Vollebekk. You were on with Andrew Bird last time, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. What was the story the last time? Oh, Tom Chappell from
Yeah.
Tom's of Maine.
Yeah, I've tried his toothpaste.
I thought it was funny that you also thought he was from Vermont for some reason. Yeah.
Well, because I bought the toothpaste in Vermont.
Okay. Well, Leif, speaking of Vermont, you live just a little bit north of Vermont in Montreal, not too far. And I think of Montreal as being kind of like a great European city in a way. I'm curious just about like a day in the life for you. Like when you wake up in Montreal, are you speaking English or French most of the time?
It's about half-half.
Yeah.
My mom's French-Canadian. My mom's side is French-Canadian. My dad is like more Anglophone,
Yeah.
Norwegian-Canadian. So I like kind of having both. If I'm in Toronto too long, I kind of feel like, what's wrong with everybody? Why aren't they talking to me in
little
French
accent.
sometimes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be mad at me about
Yeah.
something that I said in English?
I read a thing, you were in an interview, you were talking about a friend of yours who was a sax player who's playing you really admire, but who was also a dancer. And
Adam.
Oh, you're talking about Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah, of
he's
course.
going to love this.
Yeah.
His parents listen to NPR a lot,
Yeah.
too. They're in Washington. His dad's a cool guy. Can I tell you something about his dad?
No.
Okay, great.
No. Because what I want to ask you about is the fact that
no, I'm so sorry.
his story put me in mind of this kind of creative scene that in Montreal where people are just following their muse and finding out whether it's music or dance or something else that's going to be a creative pathway for them. And I imagine the part of what makes that work is that there's support for artists from the Canadian government at some level, right? Isn't there?
Yes. I think it's just that, I mean, sometimes that helps. Sometimes it makes people crazy, you know?
Yeah, or lazy, maybe.
Yeah, it's a complex thing. But for me, Montreal is mostly just that for some reason it's not as expensive to live there as other parts of the country. And because it's kind of like you got the French, you got the English, you got all kinds of people from all over just kind of go there. And so someone's like Adam is dancing on a Tuesday and then playing impeccable saxophone on a Thursday. Everybody's kind of doing everything. Half my friends paint, and then the other ones are like, I'm going to do sculptures now, and then...
So cost of living is an incubator for creativity.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be. Now it's
Yeah.
getting crazy. I think everyone's kind of... I think it's not as
Catching on.
creative as it used to be when you could just like rent a loft and like start a band and
Right.
do a house show and catch fire or something. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During COVID, I read somewhere that you got into a Led Zeppelin phase, like you were
Oh,
deep
yeah.
into Led Zeppelin.
Really deep.
Yeah.
Well, I was really excited. Thanks for asking. No, because
It sounds kind of desperate, actually.
I was like alone in my apartment.
alone in
It
your
was
room,
pretty
cranking
lockdowny back
Zep
in
2
Canada,
or
I'll
something,
tell
yeah.
you. And there's something so freeing about Led Zeppelin during a pandemic. You should try it.
That's so wild. Have you met any of those guys, the Led Zeppelin guys?
I mean, a couple times, you know, like they come over often. They're
Yeah.
often asking for advice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I said,
Guitar
just keep,
tone and
just keep going.
You'll get there, yeah.
Don't steal my picks.
Yeah. Well, listen, the balance between maturity and immaturity is what it's all about, ultimately. And so I think you're on the right track. And I think it's going to work out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So with that, welcome back to eTown, Leif Vollebekk.
What just happened there? Who am I? This is another new song that's called Southern Star. Greg Isakov has a song called Southern Star, and I forgot about that while I was writing this song. The rest of it's different, but the title is very similar. I'm hoping he misspells it soon, and then it can be mine.
Big dreams, they move slowly, like a fog across the plains. Dream where I'm riding horses and you're on my mind again. Maybe I was born to wander. You took me a while to find. You know I still get shivers when your voice rubs up on mine. Do you know who you are? Are you my friend or lover? Perhaps it just can't be defined. I know I can't take you with me. You're a map with no folding lines. And I climb that northwest passage. I look the master in the eye. When I'm confused, confounded, I search for you in the sky. Do you know who you are? Faith in the morning after. Wait for the time to come. Say when love don't come easy, just know who you are. Baby, you're my southern star. Come out of the shapeless stardust. The rafters, they shake for you. They're clamoring for a song now. The lights are blonde and blue. Hey, it's just a chain reaction. Relinquish your perceived control. Float down that mighty river. Sweet mother with the angel soul. Do you know who you are? Faith in the morning air. Wait for the time to come. Say when love don't come Baby, you're my southern star.
Thank you so much.
Leif Vollebekk from Montreal. Latest record is called New Ways. Leif Vollebekk, along with eTown's Eric Tureen, Adam Bodine.
This portion of eTown is made possible by the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, or SCFD, one of the largest cultural funding mechanisms in the United States, supporting nearly 300 organizations in the greater Denver area. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. I want to say hello to our listeners who are hearing eTown right now on stations like KBNE in Anchorage, Alaska, on KVCR in San Bernardino, California, and on KGNU right here in Boulder, Denver, Colorado. Thanks for listening. As always, if you want more information about any of the things we're doing, all kinds of information is online at eTown.org. You can find out about how to get a ticket to a live show. You can see all kinds of information about our archived shows, and of course there are links to our YouTube channel where there are a few thousand really great videos that you can check out at your leisure. We are going to bring Leif Vollebekk out at the very end for our final song. Right now, it is our pleasure and our delight to welcome back our good friend along with his band, Gregory Alan Isakov.
There's this record that I love by Bruce Springsteen called Ghost of Tom Joad, and I strong-armed everybody to play a song at the end from that record. But the whole record's amazing, and there's just like a lot of blood in it, like in the Mexican border, and you're like sleeping in your car, and there's a gun, and I was touring over in Europe with my band at the time, and we had a few days off in Amsterdam, and I was like, I'm gonna write a song that's like would fit on that record. There's no blood in it, whatever. There's no guns. There's like a verse about like hanging out with your shadow or something. That was like as dark as it went, yeah. It's called Amsterdam.
She's waving high, her other hand's in mine. Oh, silhouette, she's growing tall and fine. She's got my back, she'll follow me down every street, no matter what my crime. Oh, Amsterdam she flies, hoarding the kites. That howling wind, she'll take everything. She's easy on the eye. Someplace, well, we ache to come home somehow.
Gregory Alan Isakov, along with Leif Vollebekk. Thanks to his band, of course, Jeb Bose on the fiddle, Steve Varney on banjo and guitar, keys and harmonium, John Paul Grigsby on the bass, vocals, Max Barcelo on the drums. We're going to do one more song. I want to thank all of our guests. Special thanks to Leif Vollebekk, coming up from, or down from Montreal. Thank you, Leif. Thanks to Justin Levy from Conscious Alliance, doing such good work, combining the worlds of art and music on behalf of communities in need, making sure food gets where it needs to get. Thanks to Gregory Alan Isakov and his band for coming back to eTown. Thanks to all of them for playing the long game, for taking their time, getting things right, making good music, making good things happen. Thanks to our house band, thanks to Helen Forster. I'm Nick Forster. Hope you can be with us next week right here in eTown.
Throw my robe on in the morning, watch the ring on the stove turn red, stare hypnotized and do a cup of coffee, pulled on my boots and made the bed, screen door hanging off its hinges, kept banging me awake all night. Look out the window, only thing you say is just try lightning, the rising light. It's just try lightning, you own my mind. Chase the heat of her blood like it was a holy grail. Descend, beautiful spirit, into the evening pale. And her Appaloosas kicking in the courthouse, smelling rain. But it's just low rolling thunder across the Mesquite Plain. It's just try lightning on the rise. Just try lightning, you own my mind. never lose your memory. Sweet smell of your skin. Just try lightning on the rising line. Just try lightning. You on my mind.
This is a production of eTown.